You know that, Joel, huh?
Guys, side to your left.
I literally just jumped into this and my Joel's fully injured. I don't know what gun I've got. See if there's anything I can make real quick just to heal me up. Oh, I've actually got health packs. You heal up real quick. So anyway, the game's just come out with a new patch. I'm just trying it out, see how stable it is. This is my new game plus file, so if it's unstable, I'll definitely let you guys know about it. See Costas in the comment section saying what's up, how you doing? Just testing out the new patch from The Last of Us. Apparently they've fixed most of the issues. Integrates in space. Damn clicker. Need to get ready now. I've literally just jumped into the game, so I need to kind of warm up to it. I'm in a kind of a peak situation at the moment, trying to survive. This bit is actually pretty tough. So let's try and get ready this time. Make sure my guns are reloaded. As soon as you start pushing that vehicle, it gets tricky. Okay. See if there's anything else I can make. No shivs. Okay, it's gonna have to be just a revolver. Just want to quickly check if I got VSync on it. It seems to be locked at a nice 120 FPS, which looks a little bit suspect. Just want to make sure VSync is off. Yeah, it is off. It's just perfectly hitting 120 FPS for some reason. Okay, he's exceeding that actually, just by a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, from the other side to your left.
Got company. Try and take the clicker out first. Ah, come on! This thing just keeps finding me somehow. I need to take that out first before I do anything else. And I haven't got too many bullets either, but I have got some rifle ammo. So that'll probably be the best gun to take it out from range. The thing is that when you play loads of games, you kind of forget controls because you haven't been playing it constantly. Uruzuki says, hi. Okay, let's take out this clicker first. Create a bit of space. Okay. Finally took it down. Grab some ammo. So 0.925 was as low as I could go, and anything except ray tracing stuff, so I need 0.950. Yeah, I understand, because you do get instability here and there if you drop the voltage too low. Let's get in the truck. Seven Ustin says, hey, how you doing? So yeah, a bit of a rocky start to the stream. I haven't played this game in a while, so Just had to get back into the swing of things. So anyway, massive update for The Last of Us. So if you have been waiting to play this game on PC, probably a good time to give it a try because they've made a lot of changes.
You gotta admit, she did hold her own back there.
You ain't gonna make it. Here.
What's this?
You'd be amazed at how many cars still got gas in them.
Appreciate it. Look, Bill, about your buddy back there, that's a tough deal. And
We square.
we're square.
And get the fuck out of my town.
So they added a shader streaming rate to help with the VRAM restrictions for certain people with certain cards. So they've tried to make the game a bit more accessible. I mean, if it launched like this, I'm sure it would have been better received, but as long as if they keep working on improving it, then they might be able to redeem themselves.
Oh, man.
Hey, what happened to sleeping?
Okay, I know it doesn't look like it, but this here is not a bad read. Only one problem. Right there. To be continued. I hate cliffhangers.
Where did you get that?
Back at Bill's. I mean, all this stuff was just lying there.
What else did you get?
Well... Here. This make you all nostalgic?
You know, that is actually before my time. That is a winner, though.
Well, better than nothing. Oh.
Reap21 says, thanks for all the hard work on your videos. Appreciate the support.
Light on the reading, but it's got some interesting photos.
Now, Ellie, that ain't for kids.
Whoa! How the hell would he even walk around with that thing?
Get rid of that.
Well, hold your horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about. Oh. Why are these all stuck together? I'm just fucking with you. Bye-bye, dude.
Ardit says, do you think the RX 570 XT, 5700 XT, sorry,
You know what?
play this game without stutter,
This isn't that bad.
pairing it with an R5 5600 in 1080p?
Why don't you try to get some sleep? Right.
I think it'll be okay. Yeah, it should be okay.
Oh, perfect.
Now what?
Screw it.
Easy. Holy shit. Are we gonna help him?
Put your seatbelt on, Ellie.
Well, what about the guy?
He ain't even hurt.
Yeah, the game does look sharper now. I noticed that too.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Then get out, quick.
TGS says, I'm sitting here with my CPU from 2011, can't do anything on this PC. And I feel the pain. Sorry, I was looking at some comments. I didn't even realize I was meant to be pressing something there. So I just gotta pay attention now.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Then get out, quick.
Come here, shit!
Let go of me, you chicken shit!
Okay, I won't die this time. Oh man, I went straight into his throat.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Joel won't play.
Motherfucker! What's wrong with these guys?
Catch your breath. We're leaving.
Okay. Watch out!
Stay down!
Don't know how much ammo I've got left, not much. Yeah, maybe I will. I think I'll keep this for now. I need to find some ammo or something. I think I got one shot with my shotgun. There's two over there. Let's take this guy out first.
Is he over there?
Here. Hey, get him! I know kill.
Give it to that guy, it was pretty strong. Survived that. You think you got me? I broke that back right on your head. Telling me you didn't have any ammo, but you had a gun. That doesn't make much sense. Okay.
Cover me. I'm moving up.
Shotgun!
That's... There's a lot of these guys around here. Resporilax says hello, hello. Is there any difference between 104? Yeah, you should read the release notes. There's plenty of difference. There's a lot of changes they made, especially to help reduce the VRAM usage. So they've introduced, I think, streaming texture rate or whatever it is. So you can kind of reduce the amount of textures that's streaming, or slow it down at least, just to help with your VRAM. I've not played this game in a while. Seal up. So, people asking, is it any better? I can't say just as yet. I need to play it longer to see just how stable it is. I'm more looking to see if the game crashes or not, because they said they fixed a lot of crashes. Performance has always been okay for me, obviously, with my specs. That's no surprise. Damn it, I missed. I missed this time. Well, no, didn't have any bullets on you. We got here. Oh, we got some bullets.
I got
Dead asshole!
I took both of these guys down. Surely some of these guys have got ammo on them. Please take the bat. I got one shotgun shell left. Try to get behind some of these fools.
You see him? He ain't over here either.
That's right. Man, you ain't got no bullets on you.
Shit! Where the fuck did you go? I got you now, asshole!
You think you have?
Look, man, we can work something out, okay?
I don't think so. There's nothing that you got that I want. Okay, that might be all of them. I'm not too sure.
All right, I think that's the last of them. You okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
Good. We need to get the hell out of here.
Alright, let's look for some supplies.
You know the drill. Look around, see if there's anything we can use.
Roger that.
There's got to be something. I mean, the game looks good in most places. There are times when the game can look a little bit flat, in my opinion. But generally, it's a good looking game. I mean, I was looking at the release notes and the amount of things they fixed, I just had to give it a try. I don't know if some of you guys have seen when I was live streaming this previously, there was like loads of crashing. So the crash count, if you've just joined, is 0. So I may as well quickly show the settings because I never did that. So let's quickly do that now. I don't use OBS. I use Rec Central 4. That is part of my AVerMedia capture card software. So I use the AVerMedia Live 4K Gamer capture card, and that comes with its own software. I don't use OBS. So playing at 4K with DLSS at the quality preset, so effectively it's 2560 by 1440 upscaled to 4K. The reason I'm doing so, I don't usually use DLSS, but it looks so good on this game that it's actually worth using DLSS over native for the most part. You don't really see too much of a loss of quality. Everything else is at Ultra. So one of the new settings they've introduced is streaming texture rate. It says adjust the rate of which textures are streamed in and out. A lower rate will reduce overall VRAM use, but will cause textures to load in more slowly. So if you have VRAM constraints, you can lower the stream rate to 1x, and this should help reduce the VRAM usage. So they have tried to implement workarounds with people with like 8GB cards or less, I would assume. They've done a lot of work to try and get the game to a standard where it deserves, basically. It's a really good game. It shouldn't have been let down the way it did. And I really hope people don't just greenlight these kind of ports. They need to be brought well polished, because with PC there's a lot of variables that you need to account for, and hopefully they'll do a better job in the future. Just want to have a quick look around and see if there's some more stuff. Some food, but I've got enough food. I'm just looking for bullets, really. See if we got anything back here. What's in here? We have just crafting components. So far though, it's been pretty stable. Silly Olive says, when I play Warzone on my 3080, I have to turn all my settings down. I wanted to buy this on PC, but I heard the game was broken, was so broken. It was broken in terms of stability. Not everyone had the same issues though. It was quite a mixed bag. So I know people that have never really had crashing issues, but they've had like really poor minimum FPS every now and then. Like for me personally, the performance is good, but the stability of the game wasn't so good. So everyone was having their own individual problems, and there was people that had VRAM issues, which with really poor textures.
Yeah, we should going back this way.
Yeah, it was kind of a mess, let's be honest, but hopefully Everything's good now. Let's see if there's anything I can craft. Shift. Okay. I guess we got the answer. There is the first crash. So the game still crashes regardless. Like, I don't know why it does, but sometimes you can play for like an hour, sometimes you can play for 10 minutes and it will crash. But that was just a random one. I'll try again just to see if it's a little bit more stable, but honestly I just want to give it a try. It says I like to give the developer a little information, like there's 11 system, RTX 4090, 3900K, and crash story, similar settings, and DLSS quality. Okay, hopefully this helps them, but I'll go again and see if it crashes again. If it keeps crashing, then unfortunately they haven't really improved much. Silly Olive says, I'm curious if DLSS is worth using for online gaming. Well, it's a bit of a... DLSS is fine. It's been around for a long time now. You got to remember, DLSS was introduced, I think, back in 2019, maybe even 2018, with the RTX 20 series. The latency that it adds is very, very minimal. So when you say, is it good for online play? I'm pretty sure it is. DLSS 3, on the other hand, depending on the performance you're getting, could be something to think about. But DLSS 2, I think that's fine for online play, honestly. Nate NY says, my game seems to crash a lot more in the city area. Yeah, I mean, it is completely random. Like I said, some people that I speak to have had no crashing issues whatsoever, but the game just doesn't perform that well in some areas. Whereas for me, the game performs well when it works, but it just crashes, and that's the problem I've always had with the game. So far, the game's crashed once. I need to collect some stuff again. All that stuff I collected, I've got to do that again, so bear with me. I'll try and do it a little bit quicker this time. Crafting components. Yeah, I think I've got some more stuff in here. I think there was some lockers back here as well, yep. Alan Diadio says 4K. Well, 4K of sorts. It's not native 4K, but it is 4K with DLSS at maximum settings. And it performs well, and it looks good.
Going back this way.
Honestly, native and DLSS quality at 4K on this game look very, very similar. You really have to look very hard to see any difference. So it is definitely worth using DLSS on this game if you've got it. Just want to check. I just want to make sure I haven't left anything out. See what's in here. It's nothing. Okay, where the hell's Ellie gone? Anyway, let's get out of here now. Yeah, so dedicated 10. I think before the patch it used to be around 14 gigabytes or something like that. So it seems like the VRAM requirements have definitely shifted and they're now lower. So that's good. Well, there's some ammo there. Got some rifle ammo now. I think that is about everything. Okay, let's get out of here now.
All right, go. See if you can get it propped open with something.
There's some pretty gnarly stuff in here.
Ellie!
Right.
Zet says, just see you downclock your 3 GHz overclock efficiency reasons or because it was unstable. No, efficiency reasons. I actually tried undervolting for the first time with this card.
I got it.
And honestly, I was pretty surprised by just how much performance you can keep even while running a lower voltage and lower core clock. So I've settled on 1.0.25 and just under 2900 megahertz, and honestly the performance is still really good compared to my 3 gigahertz overclock. So in terms of efficiency, I save like about 60 to 70 watts, so it's worth it in my opinion. So this is what I'm going to be running now rather than the 3 gigahertz. And these guys were like just collecting people. Papa be preaching says, hey bang for that gamer. With the latest AM5 fire hazard and overall bar system, would you recommend 3900K 75 7950X 4K RTX 4090 gaming? If you're choosing between the 7950X and our 3900K all day. 7950X is not a better CPU. It just isn't. So if you've got the choice, go with the 3900K. But I've got a AM5 platform. I've got no issues with the issues that some people are facing. I've got good cooling too. So it's not everyone that's experiencing it, but it is something to think about, I guess.
Man, that is a lot of people that didn't make it.
Silly Oliver says, do you guys have any problems with your RTX 3080s overheating? Never owned one of those, but my 3090 was fine when I had it.
I've been on both sides.
So, you kill a lot of innocent people? I'll take that as a yes.
Take it however you want.
So says, my GP is always at 88 degrees C. Is that normal? No, that's definitely not normal. You might want to... What kind of case have you got? That doesn't sound too good. I mean, it just sounds like you're running your maximum temp at all time, which is not ideal. That's for sure. A lot of scavenging has to be done here. Barely got any ammo.
I don't think these guys were infected.
Well, it don't matter. Let's just keep moving.
Lloyd Franklin says, what software are you using there? Performance details. I'm using MSI Afterburner and Reboot Tuner Statistics Server to monitor in-game statistics.
Here's the bridge. That's our way out of here. Hey, Ellie, slow down. Wait for me.
What? Right here.
How about you let me go first and keep your voice down?
Okay.
You're such an idiot. Silly Oliver says, energy bill through the roof. I don't know about you, but I don't have any issues paying mine.
I'm whistling.
Another comic.
Oh, good. Something else you can drive me crazy with.
That's awesome.
I feel like I'm running way low on ammo. So I need to find some more. I feel a little bit more confident if I can find some. Rusty529 says, I want to build a new PC with a 3900K. Thinking of a 360 IO should be enough to tame with Beast. It should. if your case can handle 420, I'd go with that. That new Corsair 420 does a pretty good job. You should be able to get 5.8 gigahertz on that if you're into overclocking. Like, in terms of pretty much all core.
You hit nothing. I'm about to hit you.
But these chips are hot though, they really are.
Well, if you want some lessons, you know, I'm more than willing to help you out. Yeah.
Best thing to do is avoid these guys. No need to fight anyone, especially when he ain't hardly got any ammo.
Supposed to be here.
No, they're on the highway shift. Wouldn't be surprised if they cut another batch of tourists.
Spots a gold mine, lucky bastards.
See if there's anything you can forage while we wait for them.
Ain't nothing here. Let's keep going.
Yeah, not all AIOs are equal. I agree with that. I just don't recommend AIOs. Just, if you're going to do liquid cooling, do it properly and get a custom Waterloop. Much better performance. Yeah, I use custom water cooling.
I think
You want to see my cooling solution? I can add a quick link so you guys can see what I'm using. 1 second. Trying to find that link that I can just post in the
strange seeing a
chat.
checkpoint with no soldiers.
Well, this is what most zones look like. This place has been abandoned for a while now.
I'm just posting a quick link in my comment section. Give me a second.
Give us our rations.
If anyone else wants to see my cooling solution, that is what it looks like. Aussie Patriot says, hey, I just joined. How bad is the background stutter loading during gameplay now? Honestly, I never really struggled with that. I guess it might depend on your kind of CPU and memory.
Sometimes they ran out. Most times they just held on to it.
That never happened in Boston.
Trust me, it happened all the time.
And another note here. Let's see what this one says. We lost Troy Hill to the most ragtag pieces of maggot ass, I'm not going to say it, ever to carry a gun. Bastards are cunning though. They stole one of our mortar launchers. We didn't stand a chance. With this and the strip district in their pocket, they now control the whole river. Made for the difficult retreat, there's barely half of our squad left. I just pray to God that Jeremy and Pam are still alive. They got stranded on the other side of the river. So this sounds like people that were kind of running away from these hunters or whatever they're called. I'm not even sure what these guys are called. I think they're called the hunters. I'm not sure. But anyway, let's continue now. Dorothy Girl said, did I install library fix? Nope. What is the library fix? This is just the patch. Whatever came with the patch. This is a completely vanilla game. I didn't do anything external or mod or anything like that.
I hear hunters.
Yeah, me too. Just keep it down while we're going through this area.
So fucking tired. We were up all night chasing this tourist.
Oh yeah,
Okay, we got a lot of these guys here.
Yeah, this one chick, she would just not give up. I've never seen anyone with so much fucking energy. It took a couple minutes to snuff everyone else, and fucking 5 hours to hunt her ass down.
Jesus. Sometimes you gotta earn your keep, right?
Yeah, I guess.
That's a lot of them coming this way.
Started shooting at her. It's stupid. She could have got away. I had 2 other guys keep her busy. I took out my rifle, lined up her little head in the crosshairs, and pow. And that was that.
Damn. Well, maybe you should have kept her. You know, made her one of us.
No, no way. That girl, she'd kill us all in the street.
Okay. You made a mistake of going off on your own. Now you're going to die for it. Rusty529 says, is Arctic Cooling a good brand? Yeah, it's okay. It's been around for a long time. They do make good air cooling units. I'm not too sure about the AIOs though. And I think they actually make some thermal paste as well. Could be wrong. Arctic Silver, I think it is. I'm not too sure if it's the same brand, but I would imagine it is. So they've been around for a while. How competitive they are with the AIO solutions, I'm unsure. But I just think if you're going to get something that's like a 3900K that draws, that's really, really hot, then yeah, custom cooling is the way to go. Honestly, it's worth it. Velez F2160 says, Bang, are you playing on a gaming monitor or one of those new HDMI 2.1 TVs? Yes, I've got the Samsung S95B, Smart TV, HDMI 2.1, QD OLED. So like Quantum.OLED, it looks absolutely fantastic. Best screen I've ever seen up front. Absolutely amazing. This screen is. It just makes everything look. You think like you know colors like red, green, and blue, and yellow, but when you see it on a QD OLED, it's completely something different. I used to have an OLED, LG OLED. I still have it, but it's not being used as my main gaming display anymore. I use that for my that's part of my AMD system now. But this Samsung S95B is on another level. Now they've got the successor to that. You can get the S95C now, I think, and you can get the LG C3. Both of those are really, really good. So yeah, QD, LG, Samsung, Sony, they've all upped their game now. So if you're into displays and you want something, if you want something for multi-purpose, LG do their displays from 42-inch and upwards. So it kind of makes for a good multi-purpose screen. If you just want one screen for your monitor, one screen for your console, and just so you watch Netflix and things like that, then probably the LG C3 in a 42-inch model would probably be the best you can get. 43-inch probably, I think it's the lowest you can get. So yeah, smart TVs with HDMI 2.1, they also have like variable refresh rate. Like this one has G-Sync. So TVs are actually a viable option now, rather than just monitors. Yeah, right in his face. Look at the way he's slumped over. Kiop901 says, how's the performance? Are you talking about the display or are you talking about the game? Game's performing pretty well. Did crash once though already, but it seems to be okay at the moment. But the game's in a lot better shape than it was when it first launched. Oh man, we split his wig, man. You saw the brain matter that start flying everywhere. Okay, where are these guys? How many more are there? Okay, we got at least 3 or 4 over here. Maybe I can create a distraction.
You see him? I see him! In the doorway.
Shit!
Come on, Joel.
You're dead, asshole!
No, man, I don't think so. Let's create some space.
Look out!
Lucky I have a helmet on. Yeah, I got shotgun ammo. Let's use that.
Right here!
Blew his head clean off.
Pay for that! Ellie, come on!
I'm playing at 4K with DLSS quality. Where the hell did that guy come from? Come on now, don't be shy. man. It's head gone. Yeah, there's one over here.
Shit, he's over there! Behind the crates!
I think there might be one more left. Drew's Chronicled says, yeah, you might want to avoid updating your AM5 build as they're limiting it. Yeah, I'm fully aware. I've been following the news. Honestly, guys, I'm so plugged into the tech stuff. There's literally hardly anything that gets by me. All of these burning 7800X 3Ds, even non-3D variants, I haven't not taken notice of that. Some people think it's linked to the AMD Expo memory settings. Basically comes as a kind of one setting overclock with giving too much voltage. Honestly, the BIOS I'm using, it seems to be fine. I haven't had any issues. Some people are just, their chips are dying day one, you know what I mean? I've had mine since last week sometime, or maybe even longer than that. So I think I'll be okay. 8K 24 Hertz says 240 Hertz. Yeah, that's the dream right there. Says, why do some games do DLSS better than others? This looks fine, but when I put Red Dead 2 on DLSS, it looks real bad. That's the thing. You need to remember, not all the versions of DLSS are the same. So Red Dead, I don't know what version they're up to, but DLSS 2 is now at version 3 something in most games. And just general DLSS is something that needs to be AI trained. So if I'm not mistaken, I think they take a 16K image and it gets like really I think it gets trained from 720p to get to a certain quality down to 720p, I mean. So depending on how well it's being processed or how well the AIs basically did all of that training, the results may vary. So some games AI is good at training. I guess some games are not so good, but the longer the training goes on, the better it becomes, I guess. So that's why some games, I think Control was one of the games that launched with DLSS version 1, and then it got upgraded to version 2, and it was so much better that it was almost better than native to a degree. So it all sometimes it just takes time.
Hey!
M says, do you stream using AV1 or H.254? I use H.264. I have a separate streaming and recording PC. So even though my GTX RTX 4090 is AV1 compatible, my capture card isn't. And the moment they make a capture card that's AV1 compatible, I'll probably upgrade my RTX 3050 that I use in that rig. But for now, I'm kind of happy with my streaming setup. It's not the best, obviously, but it does the job. And just having a streaming PC, having a dedicated streaming PC, I mean, is always better than the single streaming option. Sounds like someone's behind me. Yeah, this guy's trying to come up behind me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this brick at you, and I'm gonna shoot you in your head. Am I? Not yet. Ellie, you need to get your ass to cover. That's what you need to do. Come on now. Fabio IK says, hi, how you doing?
It's too damn close.
AK 240 Hertz says, I wish Red Dead 2 would get PS5 60 FPS update.
The comic I've been reading?
Yeah, maybe.
After a big battle.
Maybe it will. You never know.
Survive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's look for some stuff. I'm really low on ammo. Some brick. See if there's anything I can craft. Okay.
Man, look at all these books. I wish I had more room in my backpack.
Oh, so you're a reader, huh?
Well, when I'm not running away from hunters and infected. Yeah, I read all the time.
Papa B preaching says crazy that AMD always have these growing pains, yet Intel typically have their shit together with quality control. My build is for technical use, so I can't deal with all that. Thanks. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, honestly, with my 7900X3D, I've had a good experience. I haven't had any of those issues. Obviously, I've got a custom water cooling solution as well. So I think I read somewhere today that AMD recommend a minimum of 240 watt AIO, 240 millimeter AIO as well. So
We'd be allowed to go through.
What would happen then?
What do you think?
I guess they're saying that your cooling solution also plays a part.
Okay, we need to lighten the mood. Ready? It doesn't matter how much you push the envelope, it will still be stationary.
They literally use that joke in the HBO series as well. I really enjoyed the HBO live action series of this. Probably the best video game
What is that?
adaptation,
No pun intended.
and
Volume 2.
looking forward to season 2.
Let's keep going.
Bakers trade bread recipes on a need-to-know basis. Need.
I get it.
Tell you what though, Bella Ramsey's gone up in my estimation as an actor.
Because it's meteor.
I wasn't sure if she'd work out, but she did a really, really good job. So
Backwards poet.
I know she gets a lot of hate and stuff, but as Ellie, I think she did a fantastic job.
I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now.
All right, I've actually never heard that one.
That's it. That's all I got.
Unix super user says this seems like a significant upgrade to the game. Well, one thing I noticed visually, the game looks sharper. That's one thing that you can kind of notice straight away. Another thing is the amount of memory that the game is using seems to be less. I'm only using around 10 gigabytes, even though for these settings I usually use more. They say that the game's more stable now. I've had one crash since live streaming, so even then I'm not 100% sure that's true. Anyway, so we came up this way, so I guess the way out is this way now as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my way around. Maybe it's through this door. Just want to check what's behind the counter. There's always usually good stuff here. It pays to scavenge in this game. Got everything I can. And we get out through this door. Use a shiv. Usually good stuff in here when you use a shiv. Map. Seesaw. Okay, let's craft some stuff. I think we're good. Head through the back of the bookstore via the fire exit. Okay. Let's look for that fire exit. Is the fire exit on the first floor or the second floor? Let's check. Remember, we came up this way. This is how we got in here. Okay, so I'm just trying to get my bearings now. When you read comments, you keep looking away from the screen. Sometimes you kind of just get lost. So I wasn't really focusing on where I'm supposed to be going. Stop hinting at me. I know I got to get out of here. I'll find it. Okay. I think we're going the right way now. It keeps lining me up this way, so I guess I gotta... It's somewhere over here, I guess. So it's down here. It's over here, downstairs somewhere. One thing I don't like about this game, you can't sprint when you're not in combat. I think that's a bit annoying. So yeah, this is the exit. And Juice Chronicled says, thoughts on the Immortals and EVM, I think that's how it's pronounced. System requirements, UE5 engine titles overall.
You get people desperate enough, they'll do just about anything.
I actually haven't looked at the requirements for that. I've seen the game, but I haven't actually checked with system requirements. That's something I rarely do because I never need to do that, because I generally, if my PC can't run it, then no one can run it. That's kind of the rig I've got, so I never really look at system requirements. But it is probably worth checking because it's UE5. I would imagine it's quite hefty. If I had to guess, they probably want you to have minimum of 16 gigabytes of RAM. They probably want you to have something like an RTX 3070 for 1080p and a 3090 for 4K.
Let's get out of here. There's more of them.
Okay, this part's interesting.
All right. I don't think they saw us.
There's our bridge. We're a little closer, I think.
Let's keep at it. Come
on. Yeah, I read about Jedi Survivor having like really bad stuttering. I remember. I don't know if this was like a reviewer's account or a developer.
Up there, I can move that plank.
Okay, I need to find something so Ellie can swim over. 1 second. But yeah, I would imagine UE5 will have some stiff requirements. Oh, there's that damn hammer.
What the hell? Oh, this place is bad.
Come on, girl. Get on.
What's that all about?
Get on. We're cutting through the hotel.
Okay.
Rick says, hey, just tuned in. Did you notice any sort of difference after the patch? I'm not expecting a patch to magically give me 20 FPS, but still. Performance-wise, I haven't really noticed, like, in terms of gaining FPS. But what I would say is that the memory requirement, or the memory load, seems to have reduced. So that might be of interest to some people. I mean, if you've got 8 gigabytes or less, then yeah, that'll probably be a good... Might provide you with a better gaming experience. Okay, so I need to go through the truck now anyway.
Now you just need to find a way up.
So, Raul says, what do I do for a living? If that's okay to ask. It's okay to ask, I'm just not going to answer. One thing, I'll give you some advice. You should keep yourself to yourself when you're on the internet. Don't just tell everyone everything about yourself. Not everyone's your friend. People will steal your identity. People will mess you up. Just don't be so overly friendly. Nothing good ever comes from it. So when it comes to things like that, I just keep myself to myself.
All the time.
And what would you get?
Just coffee.
Harper be preaching says minimum RTX 2080 Super, 5700 XT and i7 9700 3700X as CPUs. 1080p at 60 FPS low medium recommends an RTX 3080 Ti, 6800 XT and i7 12700 and 5700X. 1440p at 60 medium high. Yeah, that's pretty high specs to be honest. A 3080 Ti for 1440p medium and high at 60. Yeah, that's asking a lot. Let me just make sure I've got everything. No, it's okay. I'm just trying to just explain my reasons. Honestly. Yeah, man. People are just assholes, man. That's why I just don't trust anyone, really.
Do you think those hunters are gone?
We're about to find out.
Okay, we're in.
It's clear, Ellie. Come on down.
See what ammo I've got.
Fancy.
One shot.
Stayed at a place like this? Before it all went to shit, I mean.
No, this is too rich for my blood.
But it was nice.
Can't get behind here. There's usually stuff always behind counters.
I bet we can get up there.
Yeah, we need to find a ladder.
I really miss coffee.
Okay, here's a ladder. This should do it. Will I even put this in the right place? No, I need to put it on the other side. There's nothing I can do from here. Let's jump down. Penumbrum says, I wouldn't bother with a GPU above £400. Dollars. It doesn't have 16 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, I agree. And it also depends on your resolution as well. If you're playing at 1080p still, then I guess the 16 gigabyte issue isn't as prevalent, as bad in most games.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree. If you're spending around $400, then yeah, you might want to start thinking 12 gigabyte should be the minimum at that point.
Watch your step.
Huge Chronicle says, I watch Moore's Law is Dead podcast with a Call of Duty dev who explained that upcoming gen titles will be more demanding due to them no longer tethered to PS1, Xbox One. Yeah, it's about time they stop making games for that generation, because if they keep making games that need to scale all the way down to like the previous gen, then ultimately the games suffer. So yeah, the sooner they stop making games for those consoles, the better.
Righteous this week. Hey, I'm not complaining.
I bet you not. We done here?
Appreciate it.
I got on the floor to check, man.
Check for what? I ain't seen a
Yeah, not really on a stealth thing. Can't be bothered. About killing everyone now. Oh, we got some more people over here. Oh, you thought you could just flank me, huh? Pretty quick.
dude.
Look out!
Okay. I've got one bullet. Gonna make it count, I guess. Let's bring out the shotgun. He's trying to run around me. That's okay. Sprayed in the face. Okay, there's 3 more. Better heal up while I have the chance.
He's out of bullets!
Damn it.
Allie, get away from him!
How the hell did my takes that long to heal? It's ridiculous. Yeah, I've just got 2 shotgun shells, should do the job. I wonder where that guy went. Right over here.
I hear you coming!
There you go. Thanks for the bullets. +60 FPS Gamer says, did they reduce VRAM usage with the new patch? They did. They also implemented, you can actually kind of manipulate the texture streaming rate now. So if you reduce the texture streaming rate, it also has an impact on the VRAM usage. It means textures will streaming slower, but ultimately you'll be using less VRAM because of that. So they've tried to make the game a little bit more accessible, should we say. Okay, got some revolver ammo. Reload real quick. Oh, I got something for you. Not too sure how many's left. No, I'm not using mouse and keyboard. I'm using my PS5 pad. I'm just used to the controls. So I played because they had the mouse and keyboard issue. I literally played the whole game with my PlayStation 5 pad, so I feel more comfortable using it, to be honest. They did fix the mouse and keyboard issue, but again, this game has worked so well with a pad that I prefer to use it. Plus, the haptic feedback's pretty cool as well. There might be one left, but let's just go upstairs anyway. So 47, about 42 people in the chat. Subscribe if you're new, guys. Just help support the channel. Hit the like button as well. This helps with the visibility of the stream. More eyes can get on the stream, which means more viewership for me, and that's great support. If you can do that, I'll greatly appreciate that. Damn, only had enough bullets for one shot. Man, completely just his head just blew into pieces there. Gotta give it to the game. They didn't shy away from the gore. You can actually turn the gore off if you're squeamish, but no, I love that stuff, man. Mr. J Play says, are you using single PC setup for streaming? What bitrate are you using for your stream at 2K? So if you look at my specs in the description box, I am using a dedicated streaming PC. Specs for that whole machine is in the description box. But just to answer your question, I'm using an AVerMedia 4K capture card, but I'm running at 1440p. Bitrate I'm using is 14 megabytes per second. And it works rather well. I would say for streaming, a second PC is always better because I can interact with you guys a lot easier with the second setup. So I can make adjustments to the stream. For example, if I'm too loud, I can turn down the mic. If the game's too quiet, I can turn it up and things like that. You can do that really, really easy. If my gaming PC crashes, the stream still continues because it's on a different PC. So there's a lot of benefits for having a dedicated streaming PC, but It's not essential though. Definitely isn't essential.
Shotgun!
Okay, go.
This guy's trying to come through. I got something for him though.
I see him.
Oh, come on. I don't even know how I died there. Like I had more bullets. I tried to shoot and he just wouldn't shoot for some reason. Deluxe2 says, any game made in UE4 I avoid like the plague. They all feel the same and are unoptimized shader issues. I think, you know, Coalition who make Gears of War, they do a really good job with the UE5 engine, UE4 engine. I'm not too sure why other companies can't do the same quality job with it, but a lot of people seem to struggle with the shader caching and the stuttering and things like that, whereas other devs seem to have a better handle on actually using that. So I guess it is down to the devs as well, not just the engine. But yeah, I understand your reasons for that. I'm hearing that the new Jedi Survivor game is going to be the same way. I'll be trying that out. I'll be playing that. I'll be bringing you guys some content on that as well on the 28th. So I guess we'll find out how bad it is.
Over there, I saw something.
Oh, you saw something, did
In
you?
the hallway.
Laid him out. And your boy. He's the shotgun guy that killed me last time. What happens if you shoot the extinguisher? Alright. Yeah, I'm out of bullets, but not completely empty. Damn it. Man, I took 2 L's to this guy, man. That is embarrassing. I'm going to take this guy out, man. Third time lucky. Just need to do a bit better with my ammo situation because I keep running out of bullets at critical moments. Also try and keep my health up as well. Promise I won't die this time, guys. I'll try and focus a little better. Dead Island 2 was pretty good. Yeah, I agree. Dead Island 2 using the same engine did a really good job. So the devs need to take some accountability for that.
Get him! He's in here! Oh!
Okay, that's one down. Come on, show yourself.
I got you
Okay,
back.
this is the guy I've been dying to all this time. I'm not taking a third L to this guy. It's not happening.
Jade, asshole!
Man, I smoked both of them at once.
Thanks.
Okay. How about that? Burn to a crisp. Got something for you. Okay, I think that's all of them. Just gonna wait for that fire to finish burning. I didn't even mean to stream this game today, but I was so interested in just seeing how well this patch actually performed that I thought, you know what, the best way to do it is just to play it. And apart from that one crash that I had earlier, it actually seems to be okay. So they're definitely improving. Whether or not it's perfect yet, we'll have to wait for what most people think about it. But personally, I think they're heading in the right direction. It's a shame they couldn't launch the game like this. It would have been a lot better received, of course. Okay, where are we going now? We gotta find them. We end up finding Henry and Sam, don't we, in this part of the game? Luxo2 says Stalker 2 is exactly because it seems like it will have so much heart put into it. Yeah. What's going on with that game anyway? Is there a delay on it, or is there an actual release date? it looks amazing from what I've seen in terms of the trailers, but honestly, I don't even want them to rush it. I want it to be ready, so when they do release it, it's fine. I think we gotta take some of the blame as well, because when a company delays a game because they're not happy with it, as the consumer, we're like really impatient, and then we make a lot of noise about it. Maybe it's more the shareholders and devs and like people that the money people that want to get their return on their investment. But honestly, I think a lot of companies need to kind of look at what happened with Cyberpunk, look at what happened with The Last of Us, and only release games that are ready.
This elevator.
Hold up, let me try to open it.
Okay, let's go.
Let's see where this goes.
Just in case.
Okay, guess we gotta get
It'll
across.
be a tight fit, but come on.
Okay.
Papa be preaching says, notice you're using 416GB. Why not 2x32? So when I first moved on to the Z690 platform, I came from the AM4 platform with a 5950X. I bought 6400 megahertz DDR5 when it first came out. You know, I expect that thing was over £450 I had to pay for a 32GB kit. So when you're saying why didn't I buy 6 of 32, that would have been at like £800 or something crazy. I wasn't looking to do that. That's too much money on RAM. Secondly, what you'll notice is back then when I bought it, because I've had DDR5 since May 2022, the speeds 6400 megahertz was the fastest speed at the time, and they didn't have that in 2x32. 2x32, I think the fastest was 5600 megahertz at the time. So essentially, this was the best option for me.
You find me something to climb on. Okay, here we go. There we go.
But the situation with RAM is a lot better now. You can even get like 48 gigabyte kits now. So 2x 24 gigabytes. So and they run at pretty high speeds as well. So
No! You scared the shit out of me!
No! Stay out there! I'll make my way up to you.
Don't do anything stupid!
oh, she's so concerned about him. Pretty much is his daughter at this point. They've been through a lot.
Where to now?
Okay. I know you meant to swim somewhere. You meant to kind of... There's one part of the game you can dive, and then you meant to get into the other room, if I remember correctly. So let's find it. Yeah. Set says they are a good kit, but still a little overpriced compared to 2x16 or 2x32. Spooky Live Kate 2K says 99% laughing out loud. You do know 99% load is a good thing. You always get these people that don't understand how hardware works and then they think it's like, oh, this is bad. No. If your GPU is running at maximum, it means that you're getting the most out of it. That's not a bad thing.
That could be it.
Raul says, how long have you been into PC gaming? Since before I was since a very young age. I think my mum bought me a Windows 95 when I was like, I don't know, how old was I? Maybe 9 years old, something like that. And I used to play like really like old games like Sonic 3D, Sonic, it's a game called Ignition I remember playing, Command and Conquer Red Alert, the very first one. So yeah, I've been PC gaming for a long time, but obviously I never really took it seriously because it was just like that was like the family PC, and it could play like really easy to run games. And then through like my early teens, like going to school and secondary school, it was all about games consoles. I think the last game console I bought before getting into PC gaming was the Xbox 360. I think I had the Xbox 360 and the PS3 at the same time, and then after that, I got into PC gaming after that. Obviously, I bought a PS5 as well, but I rarely use it, so it's kind of just sitting there, to be honest.
Maybe that doorway.
See if there's some stuff in here I can use. Master Zypress Gaming Channel says, "What was your first console?" You know, not the Super Nintendo, the one before it. I think it was called a NES, the 8-bit NES. I had that, so I'm kind of showing my age a little bit, but that was the first console I had. Then I had the Sega Mega Drive 2. 16-bit one. Then I got the Super Nintendo, and from then I got the Sony PlayStation, I think, after that. And then I got the PlayStation, then I got the Sega Dreamcast, and I got the Nintendo 64 as well, and I had a Sega Dreamcast at the same time. And then I got myself the PlayStation 2, then the Xbox. I had an Xbox as well, and the Nintendo GameCube. So pretty much I owned every single console, put it this way. While growing up, I had every single console. So yeah, I didn't miss out on anything really. But that's when console gaming was like, that's when the internet wasn't even, all of this frames per second resolution stuff, that wasn't even something we used to talk about. We used to go back to school when something came out, for example, like, I remember when I was into wrestling and the first SmackDown came out on PlayStation. No one was talking about resolution. No one was talking about frame rate. It was just, was the game good? And are you getting it? That's all it was. And you know, there wasn't really any online play. Anyone remember you had to have the expansion? You had to have the kind of expansion to play with 4 people on the PlayStation. You had to have that kind of breakout dongle thing. And then you'd have like the 4-way tag match. That was awesome, man. So things have changed so much. I think, honestly, the modern gamers are spoilt. How do I get up here again? I'm just going around in circles. I think you've got to dive again. I can't be sure. Okay, the hint. Let me just see where the hint's telling me. Swim underwater to the next area. Yeah, I thought so. I always get stuck here for some reason. Okay, let's swim. Am I going the right way though? That's the thing, because there's... Yeah, hopefully I've gone the right way. Let's see. Hopefully I have.
Damn it, spores.
Yeah, this is the right way. Lee Jenkins says, who remembers Get and Atari and playing on Pong?
Oh, shit.
Wasn't Atari like was it like a... I don't even... I think Atari... I didn't think I owned that, to be honest. I think some places they called it the Jaguar. I'm not sure if the naming was different depending on what region you lived. But yeah, man. For me, the Nintendo 64 was one of the best multiplayer experiences, because you had like GoldenEye, And when you did the multiplayer on that, that was awesome. And then you obviously had Mario Kart 4-player, was really good. What other good games did they have on there? Obviously Super Mario World 64, that was good. It wasn't like for multiplayer, it wasn't good, but generally that was a really good game. Okay, let's keep going. I think I meant to find the key card for the elevator or something like that. How much ammo do I have? Not a lot, to be honest. Masters APS says my first game on LAN parties was Half-Life 1, Counter-Strike 1.4, so really looking on FPS. Yeah, I mean, the Counter-Strike thing, the FPS meant a lot back then, and it really gave you the competitive edge. So yeah, I understand that.
I hate these things.
I need that key card to get inside. Yeah, I remember playing Unreal Tournament multiplayer. That was really good. Good times. Oh, hell no. To beat this one to death. KC says, hey guys, did the patch make anything better? Yeah, so the main thing I can say is it's made VRAM requirements a lot more manageable. You don't need as much anymore. I need to heal up while I got the chance. I know there's going to be more on the way. Need to find a new melee weapon as well. Yeah, where's this key card again? I think it's on some dead person's body or something like that. Already been this way. Lee Jenkins says Banquet Buck Pong on the Atari was in the 80s. All right, yeah, that's a little before my time, but that was like at the inception. I remember what game did I really enjoy on the Sega Mega Drive 2? You remember Columns on the Sega Mega Drive? Columns is a little bit like Tetris, but it's different. So Sega Mega Drive, the best games for me were Columns, Streets of Rage 1 and 2, Revenge of Shinobi, Super Hang-On. Trying to think what else was really good. I think the Lotus Challenge was really good as well. This is a security card I needed, so now I can get into the elevator now. Raul says, what one game you find yourself going back to again and again despite new games constantly releasing? Let's see, that's a good question. It's a good question. I'm trying to think if there's a game that I play no matter what. If I'm honest, it would probably be Cyberpunk. I've gone back to that game so many times since it's come out, but if you're talking about something a bit older, The Witcher 3 will probably be one of those games I keep going back to because I just enjoy it that much. What else do I really enjoy going back to? What I like doing as well when I upgrade my hardware, I always like to go back to those games that I couldn't quite get a good frame rate at maximum settings. For example, Cyberpunk 2077, we all know how demanding that is with Psycho Ray Tracing. So as soon as I got my RTX 4090, that was literally the first game I played. And with DLSS quality, you can now play that game over 60 frames per second at 4K. So those are the things when you get an upgrade and you're like, yeah, I can finally do something I couldn't do before. Okay, here it is. I've got to do the generator, don't I? Yeah, I remember. You got to turn the power on. There's like a generator around here somewhere. And then that wakes up the bloater, I think. Once you do that, all the infected wake up. Then it becomes a massive issue. Turn on the generator. Yeah, I know, I'm looking for it. It's around here somewhere. Here it is.
Here we go.
Jim Frederick says, I got my Strix 4090 in and running. Congratulations on the upgrade. I actually wanted a Strix on day one, but the retailer that I went and bought it from didn't have any. So I settled for the MSI Suprim X. But it turned out to be a good GPU. The Suprim X is really, really good. Oh, there's way too many of these guys. And I can hear a bloater as well, so I need to be careful. I'm really not trying to fight any of these guys. I'm just trying to find the elevator and get out of here. Great, I died. Okay, let's try and do this a little bit better. Get my shotgun out when I need it. Oh man. I just bumped into the wall and I got caught by the damn bloater. Zet says, have you ever been disappointed after an upgrade? Yeah, 3090 Ti, worst upgrade I ever made. That was the most disappointing upgrade ever. But it's okay, I'm over it. But I think the 4090 Ti will definitely be a much better upgrade compared to what the 3090 Ti was to the 3090. So, from what people are saying, there's quite a lot left in Ada to provide at least a 20% boost in performance. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. I'll definitely take my time with this one. I'm not just going to grab it. If it's like 5% better or 10% better, then I'm happy to stay with my 4090. But if it's like 20 or more, then I'll definitely consider getting it. Okay, this is the way out. I ain't even trying to kill the bloke. Oh, come on. I just got to the door as well. I guess I'm going to have to fight. Let's try not to do the coward's way. I'm going to have to fight these guys. Come on, man. Great. Get out my way. These other little ones just keep messing me up. Jim Frederick says, "Low, I played through this last night." Yeah, I mean, I've already beat the game. This is actually my new game plus far. I really shouldn't be dying as much as I am, but sometimes when you're live streaming, you get a bit distracted with comments and stuff, so you can't play your best. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. I'm going to just have to kill all the little ones before I fight the bloater. It's okay to do that. Oh man, the poison gas. Keep forgetting about. Is it poison gas or is it acid? I'm not too sure what the bloater throws at you. Raul says, do you sell your old hardware? Yep, I do. I don't keep them. I'm not one of those guys that can like pull out like a card from every generation. No, like as soon as I'm done with it, then it's gone. Okay, the game crashed. Well, we made it. How long have we been streaming now? About an hour and a half. So yeah, the game still crashes, guys, as you can see. But it is at least better in the memory department. So that's, I think I'll leave it there. I just want to kind of give it a quick look and see how it played. Plays okay. Still crashes though, unfortunately. But the crashing, again, you can't really tell when it's going to crash. It'll crash whenever it likes. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there, guys. Anyone that's new, please consider subscribing. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. I got to get some sleep. And it was nice speaking with everyone. And thanks for everyone that got involved in the chat. I appreciate you. And I'll see you guys in the next stream.